शम्भुं मापतिं सुरगुरुं वन्दे जगत्कारणं वन्दे पन्नगभूषणं शशिधरं वन्दे पशूनां पतिं वन्दे सूर्यशशाङ्कवह्निनयनं वन्दे मुकुन्दप्रियं वन्दे भक्तजन आश्रयं च वरदं वन्दे भक्तजन आश्रयं च वरदं वन्दे शिवं शङ्करं. Friends, Krishna exhorts us to perform all the activities as a yogi. Yogastaha kuru karmani. Karmani, all the activities. Kuru, do. Yogastaha, be established in yoga. The first quality, the first condition, first prerequisite, first requirement is be a yogi. Be established in yoga. Be firm in yoga. Be strongly absorbed in yoga. And then you perform all the activities. Every individual wants to be peaceful, wants to be happy, and wants to be blissful. Peaceful is the first requirement. Happiness is the second need. Blissful is the permanence of that happiness in infinite proportions. We want to be peaceful always. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Who is to give that peace? Yoga. Yoga, the practice of yoga gives us the peace. When we are established in that peaceful state of mind, when we are soaked in that peaceful state of mind, then we can have the happiness and retain that happiness, extend that happiness, make it boundless, and that is Brahmananda. So first requirement for all is, the foundation for all is peacefulness. Without peace, no activity is possible. And that peaceful state of mind is called yoga. And activities are innumerable. Actions are countless. Karmas are continuous. There is no time when I am free from action. I am speaking. Speech is an action. You are sitting and listening. It's an activity. Breathing is an activity. Heartbeat is an activity. Blood circulation is an activity. Pulsation is an activity. Seeing is activity. Loving is activity. All are activities. Therefore, Krishna says, Nahi kaschit kshanamapi. Nahi, no. Kshanamapi, even for a fraction of a second, you are not free from activity. You are constantly engaged in action. All these activities which are continuous, all these actions which are persistent, all these karmas which are continuous, let me perform, being absorbed in the peaceful state, being established in yoga. Yogastaha kuru karmani. Now two things. I must be peaceful and I must do the activity. While doing the job in the office, I must be peaceful. While speaking to you, I must be peaceful. While taking food, I must be peaceful. While breathing in and breathing out, I must be peaceful. All the time, I must be peaceful. How? Activities are continuous, ceaseless, endless, persistent. And yoga is to be peaceful, and peacefully performing the activities is Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is nothing but activities performed peacefully, and then happily, and then blissfully. And blissfully it is performed by the great stalwarts of spiritual experience, Leela, sport. Sri Krishna performs all the activities as a sport. Devas and Rishis perform the activities with the happiness for the world. And all of them are constantly established in peace. Lord Shiva on Mount Kailash is absorbed in peace. Sriman Narayana in the ocean of milk is absorbed in peace. And Chaturmukha Brahma does the work of creation absorbed in peace. Srishti, creation, Sthiti, maintenance, Laya, the dissolution, are performed with the persons, performed by the persons who are absorbed in peace. We do start, we continue, we stop. Every action has a commencement, it has a continuation, and it has a completion. I started my talk, commencement. I continue the talk, and I complete the talk. The 3 C's. I generate the talk, I ordain the talk, I dissolve the talk. All these 3 activities, if they are performed peacefully, then it is yoga. We start to eat, we continue to eat, and we complete eating. We are born, we live, and we die. It's a longer activity. Every activity is to be. How is that possible? Every action has an attitude behind it. Every activity has a mindset behind it. For example, a woman. We go to the temple, there you find goddess. Goddess is a woman. She has the features of a woman. She has the head, eyes, nose, body of a lady. And when I look at that lady in the temple, a woman in the temple, I have the reverential attitude. I have the respectful attitude. I have the worshipful attitude. When I come out, I find my mother standing. She is also a woman. I have a motherly attitude. I have a filial attitude. I have the attitude of a son. There, I have the worshipful attitude. Here, I look at her not as goddess, but as my mother. And then, I come home. My wife is waiting. She is also a lady. I look at her with a different attitude. It is the attitude of a husband for the wife. And then my daughter comes. She is also a lady. And I have the attitude of a father towards the daughter. And then I find my sister, again a lady, again a woman, and that lady, when I look at, my attitude changes. The woman in the temple, the woman in my mother, The woman in my sister, the woman in my wife, the woman in my daughter, the woman outside, all are women. But the attitude changes. Everywhere the attitude makes a man either a karma yogi or not. This attitude has several levels, evolving attitudes. Number one, when I am so fast asleep, very sound sleep I am inert. I don't have any attitude. I have no sensitivity. Somebody comes, I was asleep, you rascal, he would say. I don't know. I don't react. I don't respond. He looks at me again in the dead of the night. You idiot, you scoundrel, you insulted me during the day. I don't know. Kumbhakarna does not know. This Mike, you are a rascal, you are an idiot, you are a scoundrel. It does not respond. Thick-skinned, insensitive, inert, inertia. There are people who are like stones. Intelligence is present, but it is silent. When I am sleeping, my brain is not at work. My intelligence is not functioning. I do not respond. I do not react. There is no corresponding activity and there is no attitude behind. I just sleep. Sleeping is the only activity. A little elevated. He comes with a pin. He pricks my foot with the pin. I am asleep. My body reacts. I pull the leg back in self-protection. That's called impulsive attitude. Impulsive action. When you go to certain plants, the leaves shrink. And it is an impulsive activity. Jagadish Chandra Bose says that the plants have the brain, they have the feelings, they are afraid. And when a man goes with the axe to cut the tree, it weeps, it feels sorrow, and it shrinks, but it cannot run away. It's an impulsive activity. Next we come to the instinctive attitude. When I am wakeful, when the animal instinct is very much, when I look at the food, there is a reaction in my tongue, there is saliva. When a beautiful girl is going on the road, I look at her hungrily. Instinct. When a female dog is going, a male dog goes behind it. Instinctively. What is the attitude? The attitude is that of an animal. What is that impulse? It is the impulse of a wounded plant. And before that, it is stone-like. From that, we come to the intellectual level. And at the intellectual level, you know what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad. Discrimination. Inert, inertia, impulses, instincts, and now the same hidden intelligence works as discrimination. I see the girl going, instinctively I respond, then I realize, it is my friend's daughter. I hit my cheeks. I should not look at it with a bad intention. I correct myself with intellect. Then begins the exercise of karma yoga. When we are intellectuals, who is an intellectual? Who uses the brain? How does he use the brain? Vichakshana Jnana. What is that Vichakshana Jnana? What is right, what is wrong, what is moral, what is not moral, what is favorable, what is not favorable, what is successful, what is sorrowful. When you are able to distinguish clearly, then our brains are active, our discriminating capacity is functioning, and then it goes further. Enlightened intellect. I see in everyone some common feature, Atma. Spiritualists say. Rama, devotees say. I find Shiva in him. I find Lakshmi in her. Everywhere I am able to have that enlightened outlook. When I develop that enlightened attitude, Sarvam Vishnumayam, Sarvam Ramamayam, Sarvam Shankaramayam, Sarvam Brahmamayam, Sarvam Atmamayam, and that gives you the highest happiness. I am peaceful, that peacefulness persists. Therefore, Krishna says, even if you are not able to go to that highest performance of activity, looking at everybody as divine, try to be performing the activities with the attitude of service. Yajnarthat karmanonyatra. Activities are unavoidable. Your attitude is also persistent. Your attitude try to modify, improve, change, get it enlightened. If I do this, in what way it is useful to others? Let me perform the actions usefully for the welfare of others. When I develop that attitude of service of my activities, that is enlightened yoga. A huge temple is being built. Many stone cutters are involved. One stone cutter is sitting and cutting the stones so that he can make the stone for the foundation purposes of the temple. A. B is also a stone cutter. C is also a stone cutter. From the TV company and from the journalists, some people came to interview the workers. The interviewer went to A. My dear Mr. A, what are you doing? Are you happy with the work? Please give your response. And A said, when my father and mother asked me to go to the college, I did not bother. When they asked me to work hard, I did not care. I looked at the girls, I failed the examinations. That girl married and went away to some other America. I am now stranded. I became 22 years. My father and mother got angry with me. They wanted to see that I am bound to a place. Therefore, they selected a bride and got me married to her like an ordinary individual. I started begetting. I have 2 children. I have my wife. I don't have the job. I don't have the qualification. I have committed the great crime of not listening to my parents then. Now I have no job. I am doing this stone cutting work cursingly, grudgingly, reluctantly, scolding. He was doing the work. Attitude of repulsion. They went to B, and that B was seated. How do you feel the work? The man said, they are paying me 200 rupees per day. That money is not sufficient. They are sucking my blood. I come to the work at 8 o'clock. I stay here till 6 in the afternoon. Every day I have to strain myself. If the same work I can put in elsewhere, suppose a rich contractor is building a bungalow. Stone cutting is the same. You may be going to various places. Please recommend me, sir. I don't want to do this dirty work where I am getting only 200 rupees as a pay for the day. Please suggest a better place where I can get more money for the same work. They went to see, and he was absorbed in the work. After 5 or 6 minutes only, he turned towards them. What are you doing, my friend? Please wait. I am softening it, smoothing it, I am chiseling it. Please do not disturb me. The stone is nearing its completion. Please wait. He was so engrossed in the work that he was not prepared to be disturbed by their queries. After some time, sir, yes, I have a question, yes. What is it you are doing? What for are you doing? How do you feel about your work? And the stone cutter said, I do not know what good activity I did in the past. It is Punya Phala. God has been gracious enough to bless me with the opportunity of this wonderful job. Every stone is a precious piece of a foundation to that huge temple. Every stone has to be very perfect in its corner, and all these stones will contribute for the foundation. When the foundation is strong, the temple will be sturdy. After 10 years, 15 years, 100 years, people in large numbers will be coming and they will be benefited by the temple. God has given me the wonderful opportunity to do this work. A is doing stone cutting, B is doing stone cutting, C is doing stone cutting. A does it cursingly, grudgingly. B does it a little reluctantly, but he is prepared to quit and get some other job elsewhere. C, absorbed in the work, with total commitment, feels grateful to the Almighty, does it as an offering to the Almighty. A huge temple is coming. There are people who think, I do not know on which bad occasion I have seen this woman, I got married to her, it's a lifelong drudgery, she won't die, she's a nuisance to me. There are people. Second, all right, some woman is there to prepare food and give me coffee, but she is unable to fulfill my requirement of giving me pleasure. I will search for some other woman. Third man, an angel has been sent to me. A Mahapativrata is sent to me by the Almighty. How blessed I am to be served by this woman. Sri Ramakrishna felt that Holy Mother Sri Sharada Devi is Goddess incarnate. He felt highly grateful to Mother Kali for having got Sharada Devi as his wife, and he expressed his gratefulness. He placed her on the pedestal, higher pedestal, sat at her feet, literally performed Shodasa Puja. There are people who beat the wife. There are people who go to some other women. There are people who adore the wife. There are people who curse the education. There are people who use the education. There are people who adore the educational system. There are people who come to Prashanti reluctantly, cursingly, grudgingly, because they were not able to get BTech or MBBS seat. There are people who are ready to get out of this campus if they get a better opportunity, whatever it may be. I will not leave this yoga. What a blessed opportunity it is. Yajna is service. Yajna is welfare activity. Yajna is an activity of benefit to everybody. Actions are unavoidable. Every action has an attitude behind. Attitudes are various. levels, at various levels, the highest attitude is to be peacefully useful. While performing the activity, let me be peaceful. Let the activity be useful. Very simple example, if I marry this woman, what is the benefit to me? If I marry this woman, what am I, in what way I am benefited to her? If we are able to judge our attitude, that peacefulness becomes happiness, happiness grows to Brahmananda. Karma yoga is yogastaha kuru karmani. Be established in a yogic bent of mind. What is that yogic bent of mind? It is a peaceful state of mind. And that peaceful state of mind will develop, and then while performing every activity we feel happy. Not only do we feel happy when the actions are being utilized by others, when every activity of mine is useful to others, that is the highest state. Yajnarthat, Krishna therefore says, please do every activity with the attitude of being useful to others. I have spoken now for 15-20 minutes. I was peaceful, I am peaceful, I continue to be peaceful. I am happy while talking, and I feel happy if my talk is useful. These are the three stages. In what way I am useful? For the sake of yajna, for the sake of a welfare activity, for the sake of a utilitarian activity, for the sake of a service activity, please perform the actions. Let us be peaceful while doing the work. Let us be happy while doing the work. Let us be useful while doing the work. Peacefully useful, usefully peaceful is karma yoga. May we all, by the grace of God Almighty, become karma yogis to enjoy our sojourn on the earth, to lead a peaceful life from birth to death, to lead a happy life from birth to death, to be always abundantly happy, blissful from birth to death. Let our existence be beneficial to everybody. Sri Krishna is the greatest karma yogi. He has been peaceful, he has been smiling, and he has been useful. May we meditate on that greatest karma yogi, Sri Krishna Paramatma.